What's up, guys? I was hoping to do my Christmas New Year's video special today, tonight. Um, so my Christmas wasn't too bad. It was more peaceful, spending time with family and friends and doing some fun things, having a little movie marathon, just kind of chill. Not that stressful of a Christmas, to be honest with you. I mean, last year was maybe a little more exciting, but I also had a lot more stress. So I'd say it was better by a little bit than last year's Christmas, but you know, it could have been a little even better if things would have been a little more exciting. But I will take a peaceful Christmas anytime because in the last like 10 years I've had a lot of like really stressful Christmases, and no, I just don't want to keep going with that. Um, but it was pretty good. Looking forward to New Year's. I don't know. I'm not gonna party too hard. Don't worry. But yeah, heading into 2024. That's pretty crazy. It's crazy because for a multitude of things, I will be 29 in August of 2024. So I'm almost 30. But still very young. Still very, very young. But yeah, the years go quicker. I've noticed that people have told me that in the past, that as you get older, years go faster. And they've definitely started to speed up. I mean, talk about the last few months. I mean, and even it just felt like they just fly by. A month can feel like 4 days. I mean, that's just a month goes by like that. So you're like, well, a month goes by like that. Next thing you know, the year kind of goes by like that, and you're like, what? But yeah, I'm still working at Dollar General and cleaning and all that stuff, and um, I haven't given much thought. My head's kind of clouded about what I want for my future. Um, Obviously, I want more possibilities to open up. I might make more videos than I usually do. Um, but I also want creative possibilities, things that are artistic almost. Like I don't want to be a boring, I don't know, something like keep going down the same line of working at grocery stores or, I mean, Dollar General is great, but like if I'm gonna like expand my future open, I want something that feels like it's gonna be fun, something that feels like it's gonna be that opens my creativeness a little bit more than like, well, I'm gonna go with the most boring job I can possibly get because that's just like in my future, I don't want a bunch of boring jobs. Like I'm sorry, I know everybody's like that. Not everybody's like that, but like I know there's people out there that don't care if their job is boring. But when I look in the future, the thing I want is a job that's fun and creative. My last semester of college was one of the most creative learning experiences I've ever had. I took like a painting class, intro to painting. And I didn't think I'd be any good, but I actually did some decent work with painting, and like I'm like, wow, and it was an enjoyable class. I actually really, really loved it. But painting won't get you anywhere in the real world, but it's something I needed, and I took sports photography. Went down to the football field to take pictures and stuff, and and that was really fun too because that involved the technology part of things. But like, I forget what other classes. I only took like 4 classes that year. I had a couple ones that weren't really that great, but kind of had a little bit of interesting, twist to them. But yeah, that semester I took in 2021 was definitely worth my while. Now I'm in debt even more than I was, but it was worth it. It really was. But going in, 2024, it doesn't feel like January is going to be that hard of a month. Now, I'm going to jinx myself by saying that. But it doesn't feel like January is going to be that bad. But as you know, it feels like it's going to feel like it's going to be like an easy intro into 2024. And then I know there's going to be lots of challenges, and like every year, but I feel like I can, advance myself. I'm excited about the future of technology, even if some people think AI is scary, and we're all going to be taken over by robots, and all this crazy conspiracy stuff that scares the crap out of us. And I'm like, I don't want to be afraid. Like, I'm not going to be afraid of future technology. I'm just going to keep my eye on it. And hopefully find the advantages to it, and not worry about robots taking us over. Like, that's kind of silly, isn't it? So, I mean, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, a little bit. I might be going to some Clarion basketball games coming into the year, maybe. Because sports is still something that I'm passionate about. Talking about sports, the Steelers are in some kind of crazy world. They lost three in a row. A couple of them were like 2-10 win teams. Kenny Pickett's been injured. Mitch Trubisky came in. Mitch Trubisky came in and like did not play well for the Steelers and like lost them 3 straight games. Mason Rudolph was in the last 2 minutes of the Colts game and didn't show nothing, but then all of a sudden he comes in against the Cincinnati Bengals and blows them out 34-11. And now it's like, well, even if Kenny Pickett is fully healthy, you pretty much have to start Mason Rudolph. You kind of have to. I'd be really shocked if Kenny Pickett gets the start. Really shocked. That would be really the most surprising thing to me. But and the Steelers do have a chance to make the playoffs, but they definitely have to win the next 2 games and have to have some help by other teams losing. And if we make the playoffs, of course, we're probably going to be the 7th seed and have to go face the Miami Dolphins, who know we could lose the first round. Like, that's been a common theme with the Steelers, too. And I do hope Kenny Pickett comes back, but, like, at the same time, if Mason Rudolph is the guy, he's the guy. That's always how it's going to have to be. So that's my sports stuff. I want to try to get back into the NBA season pretty soon and all that kind of stuff. Over the past month, there's been, as far as shows and stuff goes, there's been some Doctor Who specials come out, on Disney Plus, which I thought were pretty good. There's a new doctor that's, his name's Ncuti Gatwa or something weird like that. It's a pretty weird name, but it's been pretty good. So that's pretty much, everything I got going for me right now. I'm just kind of living life. I'm enjoying life, and I'm taking things one step at a time. I'm de-stressing. I'm not very stressed out, as I used to be. But I know, and I think I'm going to have an easy January. I mean, I'm going to jinx myself saying that, but I think, it's going to get harder as you get into February and March. I just got a feeling. And so I'm going to take this month of January as like a deep breath, and, a kind of smooth beginning to 2024. And then it'll get rocky, but, hopefully it gradually gets rocky. I don't like when I'm heading into like a storm life. I hopefully it starts gradually instead of just like, boom, here it is. That's not fair, but life never is, of course. So, anyways, guys, I know I made this one a bit long, but I guess I will go. Have a great New Year's. Woohoo, 2024.